All right, we're back with Dr. Shahana. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're new to this Instagram feed or this channel, please invite others. I'm all about speaking, talking, reducing the stigma about mental health. After my own struggles with postpartum anxiety and depression, I lived in silence for way too long. You might be doing the same. You might know others who are doing the same. So if you do, please share this channel, share my feeds with others, and get them involved in this community. So we talked last time about the different things you can do when you have an emotion. You know, many of us either suppress our emotion, some of us deny that we even have an emotion, I just don't want to even think about it, and others blame others for having their emotion. We all know those people who think it's everyone else's fault. So the question becomes, when you do have an emotion, good or bad, but typically an unpleasant emotion, what should you do with this emotion? And the answer is simple. You need to address it. You need to label it, give it a name. I feel X. I feel frustrated. I feel tired. I feel depleted. I feel upset. I feel annoyed. Whatever the case might be, give it a label. If you don't mention it, you cannot manage it. Otherwise, everything you feel will just feel unpleasant. But there are big differences in feeling frustrated versus feeling annoyed versus feeling depleted. As a personal example, a lot of the times I might find myself feeling annoyed at my children, when in fact, the true feeling beneath that is that I'm just depleted. I'm just tired. So you need to label, you need to mention the emotion in order to manage it. So now you've mentioned it, you've labeled it, what do you do now? So this is a small technique that I've come up with. I find it really helpful for myself. So just the other day I was driving to work, I was late like I often am, and I was feeling very anxious and I was feeling very frustrated that, you know, even despite my best efforts, I was still running late to work. So this is what I came up with. We've all had this experience where you're on the beach and you pick up this handful of sand or mud or dirt, whatever you want to picture. But imagine picking something soft like that up and letting it fall and run through your hands as if you're picking up this pile of sand and letting the grains of sand simply slip through your fingers. So you imagine this tight emotion like frustration, annoyance, anger as that solid mass of sand. And as you take a couple of deep breaths, you start to let that emotion dissolve like the grains of sand through your fingers. You focus on the picture. You don't focus on the story in your head. You don't focus on the anger at your partner, I should say, or the fact that the person in front of you isn't driving well. You don't focus on that. You focus on the emotion. Focus on that feeling and allow it to sift through your fingers. Or imagine an ice cube, allowing it to melt and dissolve away. And the premise there is that emotions simply come and they go. But in our life, we've always been taught that we don't want to feel anything bad, because feeling anything bad automatically implies somehow that you are always going to feel that way. But the truth is, by letting yourself hold that bucket of sand and allow it to sift through your fingers, or watch the ice cube of your emotions melt away, you'll actually be left feeling a lot lighter. That's my tip for you today. Once again, if you know somebody who enjoys this, who needs to hear this, please follow me, share this, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.